join me in standing. Please join me in standing for the singing of the Black National Anthem. The lyrics can be found in the back of your program. I'm a rising senior and future senior leader for Black Affinity. I'm also a part of National Honor Society and Stewardship, as well as 3 sports teams here at UHS. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 5th Annual Black Affinity Graduation Celebration. Please help me in welcoming Black Affinity Faculty Advisor and Director of Wellness, Ladea Conde, to give the welcome remarks.
All right, good evening, everyone. To keep with our tradition, please join me in just taking a deep collective breath before we get going. So we'll inhale and exhale. Awesome, thank you. I want to begin tonight in deep gratitude for Nancy Webster. When I first started at University High School 8 years ago, the first true blue, relentless advocate for underrepresented students that I met was Nancy Webster. Immediately, she forged a partnership with Center for Leadership Development, and since then, she has found over $2 million for African American students to attend University High School. And as you can see tonight, this has been a game changer for this school. Nancy has worked tirelessly to ensure that our small private school in Carmel, Indiana, was not only a safe place for our students, but one where they could shine and thrive. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts, Nancy. You have left an amazing legacy that will continue to impact students for years and years to come. I hope when you look on stage tonight, you are reminded of your everlasting impact. Last year, best year. We love you, Nancy. Sticking with the theme of gratitude, I'd also like to shout out our founding head of school, Chuck Webster, as well as, yeah, let's give it up for Chuck. As well as our head of school, Alicia LaMagdalene, and all of the faculty and staff at university, especially the mentors and teachers who are here tonight supporting these graduating seniors or watching online. I'd also like to give a special thanks to our Director of Equity, head boys basketball coach, and Black Affinity faculty sponsor, Justin Blanding, for working behind the scenes to advocate for all of our students and ensure that we maintain our identity and inclusive and accountable community. As well as history teacher, Black Affinity sponsor, published poet, and newly educational consultant, Franklin Oliver, for pushing the bounds of what an independent school curriculum can look like by offering classes like the 1960s Civil Rights Movement, Afrofuturism, and Anti-Racism 101. Thank you to our university alumna, Carrie Hoggs, class of 2021, and all of the alumni that paved the way for these seniors on stage today. Will any university alumni in attendance tonight please stand up so we can honor you? Thank you all for blazing trails at University High School, and it is because of you that this celebration is possible. And most of all, thank you to the parents, caregivers, and champions of each of our 12 seniors that we're honoring tonight. Please give yourselves a round of applause. All right, welcome to the 5th annual Black graduation celebration. Yeah. Tonight's celebration is inspired by the many colleges and universities across the country that have implemented these cultural graduations. We are the first high school in Indiana to offer such an event to celebrate Black excellence, but we are no longer the only high school. Thanks to traditions like these being started at university, we are seeing other independent schools follow suit, providing rich cultural experiences for their students. They say imitation is the best form of flattery, but damn, it feels good to be a trailblazer. Legends like Anthony Murdoch II, Jada Franklin, Natalie Murdoch, Joshua Watson, Ryan Williams, Rennell Durant, Kennedy Russell, Kane Ardafio, Sydney Williams, Carrie Hoggs, and many, many others have been true trailblazers when it came to the creation, implementation, and thriving of this club on our campus. In the 23 years of University High School, we have graduated 1,213 students, and of those, 92 have been Black, which averages to about 7%. But today, Black students make up 14% of the overall student body. Yes. And much of that credit goes to these mentors and students on stage, especially our Oak students. We love you. So Black Affinity, as you might know, is one of the most prominent clubs at this school, and it's actually inspired the creation of many other affinity clubs since. This year, thanks to the amazing leadership of the seniors on stage, Black Affinity was raised to new heights. Some of the highlights from this year include attending our first ever HBCU tour, where we attended Morehouse, Spelman College, and Clark Atlanta. Shout out to Mr. Thurman, whose tall stature and pale skin made him an easy chaperone to identify in the middle of the Morehouse homecoming tailgate party. Continuing the tradition of sharing Black History Month this year with various topics at morning meeting, this year was a little different, and our whole community started to get even more involved. For instance, offering U-Learns with such unique and rich topics such as celebrating Black meditation teachers, Fela Kuti and the origins of Afrobeat, the moms behind the men, and learning disability stigma in communities of color. In addition, Black Affinity collaborated with other clubs like Hispanic Affinity and Bring Change to Mind, and ended the year with our second annual Black Affinity Cookout, raising over $1,000 for next year's HBCU tour that will attend several East Coast schools, including Hampton and Howard University. This class joins an esteemed group of alumni. On stage, you are looking at captains of sports teams and future college athletes, IU honors participants, history and horror film fanatics, K-pop enthusiasts and Chinese language speakers, Center for Leadership Development scholars, pilots, race car drivers, nationally ranked gymnasts, and an HBCU-bound DJ who was accepted to 61 different colleges. The class of 2023 at university has been the most academically competitive class in the school's 23-year history. And these 12 students received 128 acceptance letters and earned 30% of the total scholarships awarded to the class of 2023, with a total of $4.1 million. Let's give it up. Tonight is a little bittersweet, though, because it means that we really are saying goodbye to a group of some of the most inspiring role models in our school. However, we are celebrating. We're celebrating your growth, your progress, and your preparedness for this next exciting venture in your lives. So please know that this ceremony is a gesture of thanks to each of you on stage for how much you've contributed to our community and will continue to contribute to your communities beyond high school. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2023.
Thank you, Lede. And now to read our opening poem, help me welcome rising senior Kari Dennis.
Thank you. Hello. Hi. My name is Kari Dennis. I'm a rising senior, and I am currently co-president of GSA Gender and Sexuality Affinity, and a new member of National Honor Society. Today, I've chosen The Hill We Climb by Amanda Gorman. Unfortunately, this poem was recently banned in a county in Florida. That's not surprising. I chose this poem. Excuse me. I chose this poem tonight to remind us all of the importance of representation in literature and our collective responsibility to defend free thought and free speech. When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade, we've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just is isn't always justice. And yet, the dawn is ours. Before we knew it, somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country in a time where a skinny black girl, descended from slaves and raised by a single mother, can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge a union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so, we lift our gazes, not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to no one and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true, that even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that we'll forever be tied together, victorious. Not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again sow division. Scripture tells us to envision that everyone shall sit under their own vine and fig tree, and no one shall make them afraid. If we're to live up to our own time, then victory won't lie in the blade, but in all the bridges we've made, that this promise to glade the hill we climb. If only we dare. It's because being American is more than a pride we inherit. It's the past we step into and how we repair it. We've seen a force that would shatter our nation rather than share it, would destroy our country if it meant delaying democracy. And this effort nearly succeeded. But while democracy can be periodically delayed, it can never be permanently defeated. In this truth, in this faith we trust. For while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us. This is the era of just redemption. We feared at its inception. We did not feel prepared to be the heirs of such a terrifying hour, but within it we found the power to author a new chapter, to offer hope and laughter to ourselves. So while we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe possibly prevail over us? We will not march back to what was, but move to what shall be. A country that is bruised but whole, benevolent but bold, fierce and free. We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens, but one thing is certain. If we merge mercy with might, and might with right, then love becomes our legacy, and change our children's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than the one we were left with. Every breath from my bronze-pounded chest, we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one. We will rise from the gold-limbed hills of the West. We will rise from the wind-swept Northeast, where our forefathers once realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked South. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. In every known nook of our nation, in every corner called our country, our people diverse and beautiful will emerge, battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kari, for that inspiring poem. Next, we will hear remarks from our head of school, Alicia LaMagdalene.
Thank you, Kendall, and thank you all for letting me be here to celebrate, and it's an honor to speak to you graduates just one last time here. Because I am a student of literature, I often get asked the question, what's your favorite book? And the answer often is I don't know, not because I don't have favorite books, but because picking one to hold the top spot is hard. This isn't a question with an easy answer, like, who was your favorite teacher? It was my band director, Paul Anderson, because he taught me to play the trumpet. What's your favorite food? Nachos, because they can take almost any form. Or, who is the greatest basketball player of all time? I grew up in Chicago in the 90s. It's Michael Jordan. There's no other answer. A favorite book, to me at least, is something that changes with my mood. It has to fit what I feel right now, with what I need right now. Much like a favorite song, we have to vibe together in time and space. And for times of the year like this one, when many things are ending and many more things are about to begin, Zora Neale Hurston's Their Eyes Were Watching God fits that vibe. Hurston's novel is a frame narrative. Anybody want to answer what that means? No? Okay, Ashley, we're not up for a quiz right now? No? All right. It means it's a story that begins at the ending. So Janie, the main character, is coming home to tell her best friend Phoebe about the journey she just took. And if you don't know the book, it is one heck of a journey. After surviving 3 husbands, a hurricane, and a rabid dog on the back of a floating dead cow, Janie returns to her small town of Eatonville, Florida, and walks past all the porch sitters waiting in judgment with their tongues clicking and their hushed whispers. I don't know if your generation is familiar with porch sitters, but you certainly have similar people. You might call them the haters, the lurkers, or the internet trolls. But Janie keeps her head held high as she goes by all the stairs. And she sits down, and the tale she tells Phoebe, her truth, as opposed to all the rumors and speculation, becomes the novel, which then ends where it started, on a back stoop with Janie and her friend. Hurston, in addition to being an author, was an anthropologist, and part of what she studied extensively were the social dialects of the Black South and the Caribbean. Characters in her novels often speak in a dialect to mimic the way Hurston observed the people in those areas actually talking. And the final thing Janie says to Phoebe is this: "Now, Phoebe, don't feel too mean with the rest of them," meaning the haters, "'cause they's parched up from not knowing things. Them meat skins has got to rattle to make out they's alive. Let them consolate themselves with talk. Course, talking don't amount to a hill of beans when you can't do nothing else. And listening to that kind of talk is just like opening your mouth and letting the moon shine down your throat. It's a known fact, Phoebe, you got to go there to know there. Your papa and your mama and nobody else can't tell you or show you. 2 things everybody's got to do for themselves. They got to go to God, and they got to find out about living for themselves." So why this quote now? You are about to go out and find about living for yourselves. You're at the end of this journey and the beginning of the next one. And maybe there will be hurricanes and rabid dogs and a dead cow, and maybe you'll come out in top in some ways and maybe you'll lose in others, but you gotta go there to know there. There isn't any other way around it. And the haters are gonna be there. And whatever they say doesn't matter. You are film critics and athletes and musicians. You are loyal friends and quiet leaders, older siblings, future pilots and scientists and nurses and linguists. You have made a difference in our school, and you are making a difference in our world. As you get ready to leave university, I hope you take with you a sense of accomplishment and pride. But beyond that, I hope you take with you what Janie has at the end of the novel, a sense of the power in herself. Whatever you remember from this place, remember this: you are powerful. Don't ever let the porch sitters convince you otherwise. Congratulations, graduates. Good luck, and I love you.
Every year, Black Affinity invites back a distinguished alum to give the keynote address. Tonight, it is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce Karee Hoggs. Karee graduated from UHS in 2021 and is currently a rising junior studying sociology at the University of Southern California. She plans to attain her Master of Social Work, then practice therapy as a licensed clinical social worker, primarily working with BIPOC youth. Thus far, she has occupied her time as a Trojan British parliamentary debater, a prison education project coordinator, and the president of Western Regional Youth Services Coordinator for Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Here's Karee.
All right, thank you so much, Kendall. Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well this evening. I'm so happy to be here at my alma mater. I commend every single one of the graduates today for your achievement. Words cannot begin to describe how much I feel like a proud mom. Like when I look at everyone sitting over there, you guys look so good in the light. Like, oh my goodness. Okay, you look so beautiful. But this evening, I would like to share 8 pieces of advice that I learned in my first half of college this far. So hopefully, this could resonate with someone in the crowd, regardless of going to college or being out of college. So, first, I learned that you should treat yourself with immense kindness and gentleness. So we all know the phrase, "We are our worst critics," right? But in reality, we tend to be our worst bullies. And most of the criticisms we tell ourselves are not constructive, but destructive, and honestly are quite offensive. Declaring, "I'm so stupid," or "I can't do this," is not critiquing yourself. It is insulting yourself and not leaving room for growth. Instead, you should extend grace to yourself for whatever flaws you think you may have or mistakes that you've committed. And when you make these mistakes, treat them as opportunities to learn more about yourself and grow from the situation and into the person you would like to be. Treat yourself as you would treat a friend, with compassion, patience, and encouragement. If you wouldn't talk crazy to your friends and hurl insults and call them stupid, why are you doing it to yourself? Replace non-constructive self-criticism with self-empowering statements that put you into a positive mindset. You are not stupid, you are learning. You are not incompetent, you are growing. Second, get in tune with your mental health. You will also likely experience culture shock as you are exposed to new places, people, and ideas. And this is regardless of attending a PWI or an HBCU, because Blackness is not a monolith and we are not all the same. So I guarantee you're going to hear, see, and experience things that will make you scratch your head, rub your temples, and sob at night. And if you don't email me, I will help you pay your tuition. But in all seriousness, befriending yourself and practicing self-love is important. But it is not a panacea that will cure all of your woes. So as harrowing as it may sound, you may have to seek therapy. Okay, no one's clutching their pearls, that's a good sign. All right, so just so you don't trauma dump on your loved ones and bottle everything up inside, it is helpful to have a therapist to confide in or even rant to if you don't want advice or an in-depth analysis of yourself. And make sure to look into your school's health center to see your options for care. Because often they might have a free program for you, so that's just a little more advice. You can also find therapy in nature walks, prayer, cleaning up, dancing, or sports. As long as it's healthy, anything can be a coping mechanism. And trust me, you will need one. If you're doing college right, you will need one. And whatever you do, please be intentional about maintaining your emotional health to keep your motivation in school and enjoy life overall. The third piece of advice is to try new things and take risks. Exploration is key to understanding yourself and making the most of your time on Earth. Step out of your comfort zone and seek new experiences to discover more about yourself. I often experience anxiety when deviating from my comfort zone, so I've become a baby step enthusiast when it comes to risk-taking. My primary motivation for joining the Trojan British Parliamentary Debate Squad was the fact that a fellow Black Trojan had invited me to join randomly at an involvement fair. So when I tell you, I was terrified, shaking like a sinner in church. When they asked me to do my first speech, I was horrified, and I did terribly. And unfortunately, I allowed that fear to inhibit my growth in the club. But after 3 semesters of debate, my president finally forced me to debate in my first tournament, which featured top schools in California. And I begged them to let me remain in my comfort zone, but thankfully, they ignored my request. My partner and I ended up working our way to the finals and actually earned 2nd place overall. But to be real, I felt more accomplished by my new ability to work through my anxiety rather allowing it to take over. From there on, thank you, yeah. And from there on, I discovered that anytime you want to do something, but you are fearful, then you need to do it while being scared. Just do it. Honestly. So take calculated risks that have the potential to contribute to your personal development, whether it's trying a new sport, joining the debate club, taking on a leadership role. All these experiences will broaden your horizons and help you discover new aspects of yourself. The 4th piece is to reflect on your goals and values. Consider how your goals are compatible with your overall well-being. The recent pandemic, that shall remain unnamed, reminded us that life is short and unpredictable. Long-term goals are important, but finding fulfillment and happiness on your journey is crucial to maintain your mental health and motivation to even reach said goal. Also, our ancestors, regardless of your place in the diaspora, have worked so hard to ensure more ease in the lives of their children. So let's not romanticize struggle and make things hard on ourselves just for the sake of accomplishment. Let's ensure that our goals align with our true passions and values versus what we think should be or what we think will get the most applause and approval from others. The 5th piece is to embrace change and growth. College is a catalyst for personal growth and character evolution. Be open to changing your mind and embracing new perspectives. Sometimes new knowledge or experiences will make you scratch your head, but in a good way, as you're being challenged. You may even be led to shift your interests, goals, or even your major, which I did. Boy, do I have a testimony. But my application to USC embodied the theme of the empathetic, aspiring lawyer who wanted to rid the world of justice while studying psychology. But 1 semester in, I joined and quit 2 law clubs. I changed majors from psychology to sociology. I dropped my pre-law status and decided that I wanted to work towards a progressive Master's of Social Work degree. Not because I hate law or I love injustice, but because these classes I took, the connections I made with teachers and students, and the organizations I joined exposed my true passions and helped me realize that I still want to help others and learn about human behavior, just not by way of law and psychology, like I had assumed before. So with that, I encourage everyone, not just the graduates, but everybody, to embrace growth and allow yourselves to explore new paths that align with your ever-evolving passions and values. So number 6, redefine Black excellence for yourself. In the 1960s, when the term Black excellence was coined, it was all about enacting positive change for and within the Black community. Now, we have shifted to equating Black excellence with accolade, collection, and network. And while attaining degrees and striving for fame and fortune are not bad things, we should not have to subject ourselves to standards created originally to detriment our community. That being said, the only definitions of success and excellence are the ones that you create for yourself. If you want to earn every degree there is to feel like you've achieved Black excellence, go for it. If you want to start a rock band on campus, you've achieved Black excellence even if you don't go platinum. If you invest in your mental health so that you can reverse intergenerational trauma, you achieved Black excellence. So whatever Black excellence means to you, make sure it rings true to your desires and your spirit. In the context of our graduates, we can recognize both that you all emanate Black excellence because of your contributions to University High School and your other communities, as well as your achievements, which have led you to higher education. So lastly, I think I said 8 in the beginning. I have 7 pieces of advice. But lastly, I implore you to be present and enjoy your experience. You can embrace challenges without applying excessive pressure on yourself. So have fun. And as I mentioned earlier, take risks, but not risks that will land you in the dean's office or jail, but fun, beneficial ones like making new friends and studying abroad. And maybe you can think of better ones, but you know what I mean. Walk around your campus, take in the views, go to events that even remotely interest you, party safely with your friends, and do everything you can, because if you aren't making the most of your experience, you may as well be online and you may be wasting somebody's money. So along the journey, every day is not going to be happy, you know. You will encounter trials and tribulations, but as the wise Gloria Woods once said, every day the sun won't shine, but that's why I love tomorrow. So with that, thank you so much, Lede, for inviting me back to my alma mater to bestow some of my newfound wisdom. Hopefully something I said resonated with at least one person in the crowd. And I appreciate everyone, first of all, who came to support the Black graduates, because that's what's ultimately important, is that we are celebrating and supporting like our young people here. And please continue to support them as they embark on a new stage in their lives. And to my excellent Black graduates, remember to be kind to yourself, stay true to your values, and embrace the opportunities that come your way. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or if you want any advice. Like, you know, I'm always open to a chat. And everyone, have a great summer.
Thank you, Kari, for that truly inspiring message. And now to present the history of the Kente Stole, followed by a presentation of the graduating seniors, is rising senior Bryce Gray.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bryce Gray, and I am a member of the boys basketball team and Black Affinity here at University. The Kente Stole originated 400 years ago in what would be modern-day Ghana. Kente symbolized royalty and was typically worn by kings and queens. The fabric has begun to represent cultural unity from West Africa across the diaspora. The colors on the stole are gold, yellow, green, blue, red, and black. Gold represents status and serenity, yellow is fertility, green is renewal, blue is pure spirit and harmony, red is passion, and black is union with ancestors. Seniors, as I call your name, please come to the podium to give your speech before receiving your Kente Stole. First up, Kamai Bracey, who will attend Goshen College.
All right. Okay. I want to start out by thanking my mom. I mean, of course, it goes without saying. I mean, I would be absolutely nothing without you. Sorry. Every single day of my life, you've been a really big inspiration. Your determination and drive always inspires me every day. You've always listened to all my problems. You've been somebody I can talk to every single day about every little thing, and I think not, I'm not gonna cry. I think I'm very blessed to be able to have a mom like you. If there was a blueprint for like the perfect mom, it definitely would be you. And I'm glad I got you, you know. Second, I would like to show my gratitude by giving a major thank you to the Center for Leadership Development. because of their contributions, I was given the opportunity to attend university. Over the past 4 years, I've grown so much, and I attribute that growth to a few special people. I would want to start by thanking Wes. Without Wes, I wouldn't have had a junior year. He took me to school every single day. He would show me new music in the car rides to school. He was always there. He was never late. And he was a very dependable person. Tasha, I want to thank, because being in your room, I learned so much about myself that I never would have known. I think I'm very grateful that I would spend lunch sitting with you and Keon and just chatting it up. I also want to thank Nancy. Nancy, you've been a really big inspiration yourself. You always attack every day with positivity and love, and you spread so much of that. And I would just want to be, I want to have at least half the effect that you've had on me, on other people. I'd also like to thank Lede. Lede, you've been a very big listening ear for me, especially this senior year. Spent so much time in your office. You also listened to a few of my problems here and there. I also want to thank Blanding. Blanding, I was in your room a few times. No, I was in his room a lot. He's also been a really big listening ear, helped me with a lot of things on the court and off the court. He's helped me build a lot of confidence in myself. I'd also like to thank Mr. Oliver. Mr. Oliver, I know, especially my first couple of years here, it was definitely a pain to get me to mentoring, but when I did show up, you were always there. You're always there to lend a listening ear, and you're offering advice and your support constantly, and I really appreciate that. I also would like to thank my friends over the past 4 years, whether they're still here or not. I'm going to have memories with you guys I'm going to carry with myself for the rest of my life, for sure. I also want to thank my coaches, Lafferman, V, and Barty. They also taught me a lot on and off the court, teaching me valuable lessons that I will carry with me throughout my life as well. I also want to thank my teammates. I'm sorry, I'm saying a lot. I appreciate my teammates for trusting me to lead them, especially in such a big season. This is by far my favorite, and I appreciate them for believing in my leadership. And I was so honored to get the Trailblazer Award this past year as well. From the beginning, after I graduated 8th grade, I came into university being definitely a shell of myself. I wasn't very open to talking to anybody. I was super quiet, and I just wasn't. I didn't come in with an open mind, but I think that at university it's hard not to be super open, and it's a very intimate place, and I really appreciate the sense of community because it made me feel at home. I think that was one of the biggest reasons why I've enjoyed university so much. And I didn't realize how much I appreciated it until this past year's high school night. I went back to my middle school, St. Richard's, and got the chance to talk about the school. And the more I talked about it, the more I realized I could keep going on and on about the school. And that was definitely a big surprise to me. University's impact on my life has definitely been immeasurable. I even was searching for a college that was the most similar to it. And I want to end my speech with, I heard this quote from, I think it was from Wes, or somebody in Wes's class, but the quote is, "University is like Play-Doh. It leaves an impression on you, but you also leave an impression on it." And I'm very grateful to be able to say that I'm a trailblazer, and I will carry that with me for the rest of my life. So, thank you.
Next up is Justin Francis, who will attend DePaul University.
Hi. So my speech is not as good as Kamai's, but let's see. So first, I just wanted to thank my parents. They've done a lot for me, and I just really appreciate all the things they've done. Bringing me to school every day, helping me when I needed it. I also want to thank my sister for helping me with English papers and being someone that I can talk to. I want to thank my grandparents who sadly couldn't join us today, but they're in Pennsylvania, hopefully watching. And they're just so inspiring, and I strive to be like them every day. And I would like to thank my mentor Wes for being someone to talk to when I didn't really have as many people to. He really did so much for me, and I just wanted him to know that I appreciate it. And then lastly, I just want to thank Mr. Oliver for helping me through my transition to university. I originally went to Carmel, found out it wasn't that good. I think I needed, it's just too big for me, and he really helped me through that time. It was a big transition. Yeah.
Next is Christian Gray, who will attend Ball State University.
Okay, let's get this started. All right. It's been 4 years, and a lot has changed, but change sucks, and talking about it sucks even more. So, okay. I just want to thank a whole lot of people. First, I want to thank everybody in this room just for being here. I'm really grateful that all of you are in here right now. And next, I would like to thank all my teachers. Their classes were just great. And I would like to thank my mentor, Madam Swan, who I don't see today, but, well, she has supported me all 4 years here, and I'm really grateful for that. And I would like to thank Nancy for being there for my brother, for being there for me all 4 years as well, and for being there for my sister for her freshman year. I would like to thank my parents for allowing me to go to this school, and I would like to thank my mom specifically for putting up with the dumbest possible people, like there should be an award for being so stupid, just so that I could go to this school. And I would like to thank my great-grandma, Johnny Mae Craig, who is not able to be here today, but she would have loved to be here. And, okay. I just want to say thank you to everyone, really. Thank you so much for these 4 years.
Next up is Ashley DeBelle, who will attend Ohio State University.
Hey everyone. So before I start, I want to start by saying a big thank you to God, because I would not be able to be here today because he wakes me up every morning and has gotten me through so much, and I appreciate him. So just shout out to God real quick, you know. Okay, so coming into my freshman year, well, how do I put this? I had a very different Black experience than the majority of the Black students here. I didn't really know certain artists, in which some would probably put my Black card into question. And also, I didn't know the Stevie Wonder birthday song until my freshman year of high school. But hey, I know it now, and that's all that matters. Now, I'm not discrediting my Black experience, because I've now learned that this experience comes in many different ways. And I have been able to show my Black excellence through many different ways, such as my passion of education, specifically in the STEM field. Growing up in a predominantly white spaces, it was hard to ever feel like I belonged. When I started coming here and attending the Black Affinity meetings, I had a glimpse of hope in which I felt as if I had found my community. Although I definitely did not hear the end of it about knowing some of these artists, I have never felt judged by my friends, and instead they welcome me, and to them I am forever grateful. I am certain that some of the friends that I have made during my time at this school will be lifelong companions. Witnessing the potential within each and every one of them, I am thrilled to see their remarkable achievements that they will accomplish in their lives. Undoubtedly, this year has presented itself with some fair challenges, and I must admit I experienced a touch of senioritis. And I definitely did not secure the title of worst case of senioritis in the class of 2023. I did. Anyway, jokes aside, I can confidently say that my senior year wouldn't have been as enjoyable without the support of my mentor, Jennifer Thompson. While Jennifer has only been my mentor for this year, her impact in my life has been immeasurable. Originally, she started off as my volleyball coach during my freshman year, but over the years, she has become so much more to me. I consider myself incredibly fortunate to have her as a guiding presence, and words fail to express my gratitude towards her. I would also like to express my appreciation to Lede, who has been a constant source of support throughout my 4 years here. Lede's guidance in leading the Black Affinity group has been valuable, and she's been an exceptional mentor to me as well. I will forever cherish our gossip sessions during study hall. They were undoubtedly one of the highlights of my school year. Additionally, I would like to extend my thanks to Mr. Blanding and Mr. Oliver for their significant contributions to our club. Their dedication and efforts have made a lasting impact, and their commitment to excellence has not gone unnoticed. Finally, I would like to extend a thank you to my parents and my sister for showing me what it means to be successful Black adults. You know, you gotta save the best for last. I'm sorry. They have always put me first and supported me through the good and the bad. And even though I don't say it nearly enough, thank you. Thank you for teaching me, or for always being there for me, and for always pushing me to be the best version of myself. Thank you for teaching me to be proud of my African heritage and embrace who I am. And most of all, thank you for always seeing the good in me. I would have never been the person I am today without you guys. And I thank God every single day that I have a family as amazing as mine. Shadowing at university the first time and being able to sit in on one of the Black Affinities and watching a community of students come together and having a great time gave me hope for my future here. And I am pleased to say that this experience has exceeded my expectations, and everyone I have met and gotten to know, even the freshmen, have made my 4 years something I will always cherish. And I wouldn't change this experience for anything else. Thank you.
Next is Peter Ogon, who will attend New York University.
Hello. I had 2 years left of high school when I entered university, and I thought they were just going to be come and go. But month after month, the more I invested into the school, I got back in return. In middle school, my school's it was predominantly white. I didn't really have like a voice to do anything about it, you know. Like there's like certain problems you face like with doing that, you know. There's like certain like body image problems, like mental image problems about not being good enough. And during these years in university, I remember these words from James Baldwin. It took many years of vomiting up all the filth I've been taught about myself and half believe before I was able to walk on the earth as though I had a right to be here. And as I came to university, I found that right to be here. I was gifted by these amazing people from Black Affinity that helped support me and guide me throughout the way, as well as all the faculty. And as I walk away from university, thanks to the support of families and friends, I hope for me and for all of us that we stand confident. I hope whatever happens to any of us, that the most important thing is that we all remain passionate. That regardless of the struggles we face in life and regardless of what anybody tries to take from you, they do not take your reason for being and your reason for existing. I'd like to thank the faculty, especially Oliver, Lede, Blanding. I'd also like to thank Nancy and the rest of the faculty for teaching me and growing, like helping me grow throughout the years. And most importantly, I'd like to thank my mom. I remember the sayings from the African leader, Thomas Sankara, that woman held up half the sky, but my mom held up my entire world, and I can never repay that. So, thank you.
Next is Sophia Paris, who will attend the University of Pennsylvania.
Hi. Hi, I'm Sophia. Something about me is that I love to procrastinate, so in order for this to represent the truest version of me, it was written this morning. I've grown up with the blessing and curse of having lived in 6 cities, attending over 10 schools. So I think I can speak with some authority when I say that University High School is an amazing place and there truly is nowhere like it anywhere else in the world. I've only been a part of Black Affinity for 1 year, and yet I will forever be grateful for how you guys welcomed me with open arms. I've had the experience living internationally, being the outsider, the only American, the only kid who doesn't speak the language, and the only person of color other than my brother and sister. So it meant so much that all of you guys accepted and welcomed me without question, truly making me feel like I belonged. Lede, even though you did drop me, thank you for always being there to talk to, whether it be the latest gossip or about that one teacher that hates me. You know what I'm talking about. Fitzy, who is not here today, he better be watching online. Thank you for taking me on after I was very rudely dropped by Lede. I know that I can be a handful, and you definitely never missed an opportunity to remind me of that. But thank you but neither me nor my mom would have gotten through this year without you. Nancy, thank you for being there and showing me how a seemingly small, innocuous acts of kindness can change the world for a person. I probably spent more time in college counseling than anywhere else this year. So Whitney and Maddie, thank you for supporting me through life and this college process, which I did make a lot more challenging than it needed to be, considering I was only applying to 1 school. But no matter how many times I restarted my essay, that frankly didn't matter. You guys were always there with a smile and sometimes an eye roll, but you were always there to help me. I truly cannot imagine who I would be had I not spent the past 2 years here at university. I would love to name every single person who changed my life here, but unfortunately, Lede said we're capped at 5 minutes. To all of my friends, thank you for welcoming me. I love you guys more than you know, and I'm so grateful for all the laughter, late-night texts, and lunchtime excursions. To my siblings, I'm so grateful I get to go through life with you guys, and I don't know what I'd do without you. Amada, who has been waiting for her thank you for the past 4 years, I would not have graduated high school without you. Every single time you answered the phone, helped me with homework, even though you had a bunch of your own to do. I really do appreciate it. And Sydney answered the phone when you didn't, so that was good. Mom and Dad, thank you for never placing a limitation on what you do to help me achieve my dreams and teaching me that no dream is ever too big. The unconditional love you guys have shown me is unmatched. Even when I took the side mirror off the car the day after getting my license, you were there and told me it's okay and you can't learn without making some mistakes. Thank you to everyone who I had the pleasure of interacting with in my short time here, because you've changed my life in some way or another. As always, go Trailblazers, but also from this moment forward for me, go Quakers.
Next is Jordan Patterson, who will attend Mount St. Joseph University.
Okay, hello. I'm Jordan. So first I just want to thank a few people. Well, actually, I want to say congratulations to all of us, actually. That's what I want to say first. But thank you to my parents. You guys are awesome. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so you guys are great. Next, I want to thank my grandmas. You guys are amazing as well. You guys have always supported me, and I believe you guys were at most of my basketball games this year, no matter how far they were. So I really do appreciate that. But I also want to thank my grandpa, who is not here. He's in heaven. I only knew him for a short time in my life, but he really, for some reason, I remember, everything that I did with him, and he was my best friend, and I love him so much, and, I miss him every day. I hope he's proud of me up there. So I just wanted to mention him. I would also like to thank God. Oh my gosh, obviously, because obviously it's God. I wouldn't be here without him either. I also want to send a special thank you to my cousin Jayla, because you've been more like a sister to me than you have a cousin, and I really do appreciate that. You were at all of my basketball games as well, and I appreciate that so much. So thank you, and I love you very much. I do have an actual sister too, though, that I appreciate as well, and I love her just as much. I would also like to thank my mentor, Melissa Caraher. I don't know if she's here today, but me and her came in at the same time, so when I was coming in as a freshman, it was going to be her first year as a teacher. So we were able to empathize with each other, and she's just been the best mentor ever. I love her so much. So anyway, when I first learned that I was coming here, my mother likes to say that I came here kicking and screaming, which is very dramatic, because I would just like to say I was very unaware until probably a couple of weeks before I was going to start school here that I was coming here. And she has recently told me that I was kind of rude to Nancy when I was coming here. So I want to apologize to you, Nancy. I don't even remember if I was rude or not, but if I was, I'm so sorry, because you didn't deserve that, and yeah, you're amazing. You don't deserve to
And I love you. Anyway. So yeah, but I was wanting to attend Pike High School, just because that's where I was comfortable. That's where all my friends were going. But I can confidently say now that I wouldn't be the person or student that I am today if I hadn't come here. No shade to Pike. Great school, just too big for me, so I need to be here. Also, coming here awarded me with a lot of athletic opportunities, and for that, I wanted to thank Justin, or Coach Blanding, sorry, because without him, I don't think that, like, I would have gotten the same, like, athletic opportunities if it wasn't for him. He's also just a great guy to talk to, so, you know, I love him. But, yeah, I can confidently say that I wouldn't be the athlete I am today without him. I wouldn't be going to Mount St. Joseph if it wasn't for him either. But anyway, I'm very grateful for this place. I love this place. I'm gonna miss it, but I'll come back, so. So thank you, and I can confidently say now that my mom would say that I'm kicking and screaming leaving, which is true. That's not dramatic. But thank you very much, and congratulations to us again.
Next is Jeremiah Robinson, who will attend Hampton University.
Hi, everybody. So, I just want to start off by saying thank you to my mom and dad, because no matter what I was dealing with the entire year, I could come home to y'all and tell y'all, and there was no sort of fight. There was no issue. You were always there for me. Y'all were always ready to listen, and I really appreciate that. Y'all have done so much for me, and I don't tell y'all that enough, and I just want to say thank y'all so much for everything y'all have done for me, and I love you so much. I also want to say thank you to my grandparents, my Nana right there. I love you so much. And my grandfather, Abby Robinson, he passed away not too long ago, and it's been a very difficult time in my family, missing him and missing his positive influence. And Nana. We there for you, Nana. So I need to make sure I tell you that before I leave. We there for you. I love you so much, and I want to make him proud. I'm gonna make him proud. So. I was gonna say thank you to teachers individually, but I just want to say thank you to every teacher in University High School, because I think every teacher has helped me here at least once, and they've helped me in some sort of way that I can look back on, and I know that helped me in a time that I really needed it. So thank you to every teacher. And Nancy, thank you so much for taking me on as a new mentor, me and a few others once Miss Horton was no longer able to work here. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate you being there for us when during this time of leaving high school, when we have a lot to think about in our future, but we also know we're gonna miss this environment, and we're definitely gonna miss you. So thank you so much, Nancy. The last thing I want to say is this year I made a lot of decisions that I can look back on and realize that they didn't help me in any way. And a lot of those decisions made me made me miss out on a lot of my experience this year. And the experience, the mistakes I made, a lot of people here at the school were the ones who helped me get through them. And yeah, I just want to say thank you again to everybody who helped me during my time here. And I learned from my mistakes, and I learned from all the advice and help that I received, and I'm going to apply it during my next 4 years at Hampton University. So thank you.
Next is Stephen Scott, who will attend Franklin College.
Gotta pull up my speech real quick. Hello, everyone. I couldn't find words to describe the last 4 years. When I first got to university, I was unsure of how my experience was going to be. Coming from a pretty diverse middle school with about 30 black kids in the grade to a predominantly white school with 30 black kids in the entire school. Looking back over my 4 years, I'm glad I didn't let that fear of the unknown take over, but I'm especially glad I had people to guide me through this epic journey. To the UHS community, thank you for allowing me to comfortably be myself in each and every one of, just everywhere. There has never been a time when I've felt uncomfortable or like I didn't belong. Nancy, thank you for taking me and my crew in as your new mentees earlier this year. Your kindness and open heart was a big reason I came and stayed at university. Coach Blanding, thank you for just being here. I know we don't talk much, but your presence alone means a lot to me. Having a teacher that not only looks like me, but I can relate to on so many different levels is something that a lot of people don't get to experience, and I'm really glad I did. Lede, thank you for helping me find myself in so many aspects. Last year, you helped me navigate being a black student in the college search process, and over many years, you've helped me in yoga, challenging myself physically and mentally. You showed me how to express myself in ways that I didn't even think were possible. Mr. Oliver, thank you for pushing me to always do my best and never settle for anything below my naturally high standards. You're the only teacher to tell me that I didn't get a good grade because you know that it wasn't my best work. As upset as I was at the time, looking back, I appreciate you for that so much. That just shows how much you know and understand me as a person and not just a student. To my siblings, thank you for letting me be your brother. I know we kind of didn't have a choice, but but if we did, I would choose you guys every single time. Mom, thank you for always being my #1 fan, even though you act like my #1 critic at times. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be nearly half the person I am today. Last but not least, Dad. Where's the camera at? Dad, I hope you're watching. Thank you for being my role model and biggest inspiration. You have shown me how to be a black man in this world. No matter how many stories you tell, how many times you tell the same story, or how many times I agree with you hoping that the story is over, I will always listen to you because I know you only want the best for me. To everyone in this room, thank you for the support over the last 4 years, the next 4 years, and wherever life takes me after.
Next is Peyton C., who will attend Franklin College.
I'm gonna. I'm sorry. I have to start talking yet. I'm always a very emotional person. First, I want to thank my family for coming out. You guys are all I know, and you guys have supported me so much throughout the past 4 years, and I'm so happy to have a family like you guys. If you told 8th grader me 5 years ago that I would be going to a private school in Carmel, I'd call you crazy. I come from Noblesville. There were probably about, I want to say, 10 black people at my school. 4 of those were my siblings. So just coming here, being able to experience school with people that look like me has just really helped me find myself, and I'm really thankful that Nancy allowed the opportunity for me to come here. I also want to thank Justin, who introduced me to this school through basketball. But yeah, if I had to choose university again, I'd do it 100 times over. I came into high school as a shy girl who wanted to do nothing more than play basketball, take notes, and go home. But now I stand up here today as a leader and role model for all my siblings and younger cousins. And you know, that's just the beauty of university. They really try to push you out your comfort zone and keep pushing you because they know the sky's the limit. And yeah, they just, yeah, they keep you, or they push you out your box and just let you be able to keep surprising yourself. I came into school thinking I was going to sports medicine, but thank God I didn't, because I do not want to go to school for that long. But thanks to the diverse classes here, I can say confidently that I'm excited to continue a career in cybersecurity and computer science at Franklin. I also want to thank my mom and dad for allowing me the opportunity to come to this school. It's not free, so thank you. Also, just want to thank Blanding again for everything he's done. My mentor, he's actually quite the gossip, so that was really nice. But yeah, I think it will be a really smooth transition when I go to play at Franklin, because the structure John set up, or Coach Fair, Crash. So thank you for that. And then Lede, for being like a big sister for all of us. You're the best to go to for advice whenever needed, and I really thank you for that. Okay. Next, my parents. Mommy, you have been my guiding light and my greatest inspiration. You've shown me what it means to work hard and to never accept anything but the best. You're always there as a shoulder to cry on, laugh on, and sometimes sleep on. I'm gonna miss our Sam's Club trips that often turn into 6 other stores, but besides the point. But nevertheless, your love has no bounds, and I'm so proud I get to call you my mother. Next, my dad. You are the ultimate dad. Thank you. If you were to look up an example of an amazing dad, your picture would pop up. There's nothing that he wouldn't do to put a smile on our faces. I remember last year when I was going through the basketball recruitment, he took it upon himself to send emails to over 30 coaches because he believed in me and he wanted other people to believe in me as well. So I really thank you for being my biggest cheerleader all the time and having faith in me when no one else did. People often joke with you and say they don't know what you're gonna do when I leave the house next year, but in reality, I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. I mean, I know it's only an hour away, but you're my best friend, and yeah, it's just gonna be really hard, but you've taught me how to be a strong woman, and I'm confident that the first few weeks will probably be a little rough, but thank you, Dad. I love you. Okay. Now, my siblings. Taylor, you're my best friend, my therapist, my teammate. Stop crying. I've been talking for 2 seconds. There's no one like you, and I'm so grateful for you. We spend so much time together, and my bank account reflects that, but it's okay. I'm gonna miss walking the halls with you, eating lunch with you, sitting at our bench, you know, waking up for morning practices, practicing with you, playing with you. I'm just gonna miss you so much. Like, we have an eternity together, but yeah. My brothers, JC and Ethan, you two have brought endless joy to me. JC, your infectious smile and ability to find light in any situation has really inspired me to look at the better things in life. And Ethan, the baby of the family, I appreciate that you're always able to share some kind words when I'm having a bad day and always there to offer your comfort. And to my big sister, Sani, I'm so excited to follow in your footsteps and continue my studies. So thank you for that. And finally, my grandparents. Okay. First, Momo and Papa, you two are the most hardworking, loving people I know. I'm one of 15 grandchildren, and you guys have never made me feel as such. We often argue who the favorite grandparent is, but it's hard when you treat all of us like we are the favorite. So I really thank you for that. And then to Grandma and Grandpa, thank you for helping me in the church and building my relationship with God. Prayer has been really important for me these past 4 years, and I really thank you for that. Your guys' contributions and sacrifices have meant so much for me, and I hope to make you guys proud as I continue on to Franklin. And then to close up, I just want to thank my family again. I'll have way more to say at my grad party, but in the great words of Lady Gaga, don't be a drag, just be a queen.
University.
Good evening. Oh. Good evening. So, for those of you who don't know, I actually transferred back to university this year after spending 1 year at Park Tudor, and more over that later. But I first want to say thank you to a few people. I want to thank my mom. Mom, can you stand up? Every day's Mother's Day. Mom, can you stand up? This woman has been an inspiration to me for all 18 years of my life, and I don't know what I would do without her. No idea. And I want to thank Ladea Conde and Justin Blaney and all the student leaders and everybody who allowed us to have this event, UHS staff, and everybody involved in making this graduation what it is in 2023. It is a privilege because not all surrounding high schools and colleges provide such a meaningful celebration of our accomplishments. My high school journey has been a truly transformative experience, similar to a marathon, not a sprint. In the sport of track and field, most people opt to become sprinters, and few will go to do the mile and the 2 mile, and then you have the 5K and the 10K, and it's just trickling off. But then you have the half marathon, and finally, the full marathon. And that's what my high school journey has been. 26.2 miles of, yes. So, to take a moment to reflect on what this race we call high school is. 5 miles in, you're a freshman, you're fresh. Your legs are fresh, you're ready to go, you know, you're excited for a high school experience. You kind of don't know what you're about to get into, but you kind of do, especially at a school like this one. It's very unique. And as a freshman, we tend to follow the likes of the upperclassmen. And for me, it was Noah Larimore, who introduced me to the concept of Black Affinity. And it truly felt like home. I felt like I had found my place, and I discovered a space where I could take a stand against injustice and become somewhat comfortable in an uncomfortable environment. However, moving on, this journey took unexpected turns in the year of 2020. My favorite artist unfortunately passed away. Incidents and violence in the Black community absolutely shook our community. Meanwhile, an unnamed virus was ruining what we once called normal. I want to hold on that because normalcy is what this speech is really about. There is no normacy, and there will not be a normal. And I want to leave you all with always strive for more, always strive for better, and don't let yourself trying to go back into that flow of what you once called was normal. Now moving on in this race. Mile 23. I was near the finish line, but then I decided to make a turn and transfer to Park Tudor. I know. But I still made that decision, and it was on my own, and it was not the place for me. I thought that, bigger gym, bigger school, I thought it would just have the things that university had, but it just didn't. So the next year, I'm back in the middle of my junior year in Nancy Webster's office saying, "Nancy, I want to come back." And then she took me in with open arms without hesitation. And thank you, Nancy. Thank you. So moving on this race. We're at mile 26. I stand before you almost finished. Just got to do that point 2. And in this year, I achieved my long-awaited dream of becoming a licensed pilot. But thank you. And then mile 26.2, you finished the race. And I want to thank my family, my friends, tutors, teachers, all of those who supported me, my mentor, Mr. Hagan. How you doing? And I really am appreciative for everybody here and all the fellow graduates. And now I can finally say, with confidence, I am Black and lovely. And who are we? Thank you.
And last but not least, Cameron Washington, who will attend Glen Oaks Community College.
Hey guys, I'm the last one, and I told myself I wasn't gonna cry, and I was just at the end like crying the whole time. Hopefully y'all didn't see me. Like, I hope y'all wasn't paying attention that much. Okay. So 4 years ago, I was a freshman, and I had the opportunity to come to University High School my freshman year, but I didn't take it. I didn't want to leave. That's my niece over there. Y'all hear her saying TT. I didn't want to leave my friends from my old school that I've been with since elementary. Also, I didn't know what University High School was at the time. As freshman year ended and time went by, I decided that I would give it a try. So I transferred here my sophomore year. I didn't really talk to people much. Like, if you were to ask anybody, they would think I was mean just because I had a straight face and I didn't really talk to anybody, and I just walked around the school like that all day, every day. I only talked if I had to. I had the mindset of going to school and get my work done, go to practice, and then go home. Making friends was never on my bucket list. It never crossed my mind. I just felt like university wasn't my style, and I had my old friends from my old school. Now it's junior year. I still didn't really talk to people until the end of the school year. I became more social and started to participate in more things. Throughout my junior and senior year, I've made lifelong relationships with people, some friends and some teachers. I just wanted to say I'm very glad that I took the opportunity to come to university. First, I want to thank Blanding. He's taught me lessons on the court that'll be with me throughout life. And also, him giving me the opportunity to come to university. I'm sorry, y'all. Next, I want to give a big thanks to my parents, because if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here. I also appreciate y'all so much. I also want to thank all of my teachers for helping me get through a rough 3 years of high school. And lastly, I want to give a big thanks to Nancy for being my mentor. And if you know, you know. I had 4 mentors throughout my 3 years. You helped me with a lot, and only the little time of you being my mentor. But everything you've done for me, I appreciate it so much. Lastly, I'd like to thank everyone in Black Affinity for making it a great 3 years of my high school experience. But that wasn't lastly. I noticed that I didn't thank my grandparents. My grandmommy is out in the crowd over there. I want to thank her. And my other grandma, who's hopefully watching. And I also want to thank my grandparents that aren't here with me today. I know they would be proud of me. I know they're looking down and just so proud. And I just wanted to say, I finally made it. But thank you. That was it for my speech. Yeah!
Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Please help me welcome history teacher and Black Affinity advisor, Mr. Franklin Oliver, who will read an original piece for the closing poem.
Thanks again, everyone, for being here. And I'm also going to kind of ignore you for the next couple minutes because I need just a couple minutes to talk to you graduating seniors. I mean, everybody else can hear, that's fine, but I'm really talking to you. So some of you, and Stephen alluded to this earlier, know that I've been extra hard on you for 4 years. And some of you know exactly why. For some of you, I've been an official mentor. For some of you, I've been an informal mentor. For lots of you, I've been a classroom teacher. For some, I've just been the guy yelling at you to get to class on time. Go to class! What I really hope is that all of you know that I love you. I also hope you know that I'm in your corner, I'm rooting for you, and I hope you know that I am, have been, and always will be your advocate. Sometimes that's in ways that you can see, sometimes it's in conversation with other adults here, and I anticipate it will be the case way after you leave university, high school. Okay, but here's the secret part. I'm actually kind of jealous of you. I know that sounds weird. I mean, an adult is never supposed to say that to a child, but it's okay. See, I never had a Mr. Oliver or a Mr. Blanding, and definitely not a Miss Akande. That simply wasn't part of my universe in high school, and I couldn't really imagine having a Black adult who would be willing to go to the mat for me that wasn't someone in my family. And you've had all three of us. And for a big chunk of your time here, you've had 4. We don't forget you, Allison. You're part of this graduation, too. So I say I'm jealous of you because it wasn't until I was in college that I had Black adults who chose to care about me, who chose to work on my behalf, and chose to love me. You've had that throughout your high school lives, and again, I'm jealous of you. But more important, I'm incredibly proud of you because you've done so much to take advantage of our love and care to springboard your opportunities into more awesomeness that I can explain. We've just covered just the tip of the iceberg tonight. Okay, last thing you need to know. This is only the 3rd time I've ever written a poem for a specific occasion. Okay, 3rd time without getting paid for it. See, my poetry is really, really personal to me, and I'm not somebody that does well when writing on demand. I write for myself, and I hope other people like it too. I don't write for other people in the hopes that I might also like it. And those of you that know me well probably understand that without me even saying it. But this occasion is different because now, for my 4 years here, I've had a gift that I haven't had before. And all of you on stage are that gift, and I appreciate you. So, this poem was inspired by the kente cloth draped across your shoulders and on my desk and pinned to my classroom wall, and also the joy with which I celebrate you all at this event. This is a brand new poem for me, for you, for university, high school, and for us, because you are the cloth. You are Black America. You're the hopes and the dreams of the people, and I love you. This poem is called The Colors of the Cloth. Like the kente cloth itself, we are a separate, blended family with varied colors telling tales we don't know, can never know, yet have always known. Spoken and unspoken, felt, heard, and seen, standing gloriously, the continent and this country, the motherland nourishing its long-lost children, now found, now sing. So we are golden, the heirs of immeasurable fortune, found in the ground, going through our skin, far more precious than the diamonds with which we adorn it. We are yellow as the equatorial sun shining high above us, brightening all we know through the gifts of our genes, envy of the world. We are green as the earth from outer space, or our thumbs, feeding all in need, rice, sorghum, yams, energy, renewal, Mother Nature's stewards. We are blue, a blues people, in song and spirit, through joy and pain, singing truth to power, healing ourselves and each other. Holy of holies. We are red, original, life-giving human blood, love and lust blazing in first fires of possibility, fate, and chance, needing a Saturday night. We are black, first fruits of our kind, Eden's sixth day, uniting our souls with ancestors behind us, glory laying ahead. Like the kente cloth itself, we are a separate, blended family with varied colors, telling tales we have always known, can never forget, yet are always new. Spoken and unspoken, felt, heard, and seen, standing gloriously, our continent and our country. These children thanking their motherland, once found, now seen. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Thank you.
All right, and that concludes our ceremony this evening. Thank you all again so much for being here to celebrate with us. And just once again, seniors, so incredibly proud of you. Great job on your speeches. We cherish you, we love you, congratulations. Please stick around for a short dessert reception. We have some cookies out here in the lobby. The students will be around to take pictures. And as the students stand up to leave, we're going to hear from the university choir one last time. So students, if you'd like to rise and we can clap one more time, congratulations.
There will be